This is a fourth stimulus check, stimulus program, and news update. Good news if you're waiting for the $10,200 unemployment tax break. The IRS just put out a news release. I'll let you know what's happening with that. There are currently 18 states now prematurely canceling the unemployment benefits. I'll let you know exactly which states and which dates. And the judge who ruled against the CDC eviction moratorium has now put that on pause, and the eviction ban is back into effect. I'll give you some more other important updates, and then I'll answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. If you appreciate me presenting you the facts on a daily basis, then hit the like button down below. So a Long Island, New York CVS worker has been caught trying to give out fraudulent COVID vaccination cards. So these are the cards that you get whenever you get vaccinated. He was just handing them out for free or selling them. And this is different from New York State's Excelsior Pass, which is the vaccine passport program that they have in New York. They're saying that the vaccination databases is what the vaccine passport goes off of. And in New Jersey, a bill would make possessing and manufacturing counterfeit vaccine cards illegal in New Jersey. And the FBI is getting involved, saying that buying or creating fake COVID-19 vaccination cards is breaking the law. But the big question I have for you is, why are people creating fake vaccination cards? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. And Kentucky seems to be the latest state that is going to ban the vaccine passport. Also South Carolina as well. Next, let's get into the big news here with the $10,200 unemployment tax break, which is going to begin this week, according to an IRS notification here. So this is officially on the IRS website, and the IRS said over 10 million taxpayers filed their tax returns before the American Rescue Plan came out, which means they didn't get that $10,200 unemployment tax break, which means the first $10,200 of unemployment money that came in 2020 is tax-free. So their IRS is sending out these tax breaks. They said as early as this week, and the first phase of adjustments is being made for single taxpayers who had the simplest tax returns, such as those filed by taxpayers who did not claim children or any refundable tax credits. So that's going to be the first phase of people getting it this week, and then moving forward they're going to have these go out over the summer. And the IRS said that they're going to send out these tax refunds via direct deposit and paper check, depending on what the IRS information has on you and can pay you the best way. So I'll keep you updated on that. Also, let the Wise Flies community know if you have any notifications about this tax refund or received it yet. Next, let's talk about the 18 states that are going to end the $300 unemployment benefits going on this summer. Yesterday I reported it was 16. Now it's 18. I'm going to show you exactly which states and exactly what date they're going to end. So we have Alaska ending June 12th, Arizona July 10th, Utah July 26th, Wyoming June 19th, Idaho June 19th, Montana June 27th, North Dakota June 19th, South Dakota June 26th, Iowa June 12th, Missouri June 12th, Arkansas June 26th, Mississippi June 12th, Alabama June 17th, Georgia June 26th, South Carolina June 30th, Tennessee July 3rd, Ohio, June 26th. So those are the current states and dates of when the unemployment benefits are going to end. If you have state unemployment benefits, you're still going to get those. These are just the federal $300 per week on top of the state, which is going to officially end September 6th for all the other states I haven't mentioned yet. I'll keep you updated on that. Also, New York and Florida restaurant owner says unemployment benefits have impacted staff shortages, which is one of the reasons why Republicans want to end the unemployment benefits. I'm going to play you two video clips here, one from a Republican talking about the reasons why they want to end it, and then a response from the White House of why they should keep it and how things are playing with that. So first, here's a Republican talking about why it should be canceled.
Good afternoon, everybody. Appreciate you coming out and covering this story. We have 8.1 million open jobs across this country right now. 8.1 million, that's 500,000 more jobs than we've ever had open before, a record going back to 2018. Sat down, done over 20 town halls, visited with hundreds, maybe thousands of business owners. Their number one concern, the number one challenge for the economy now is getting people to come back to work. In the state of Kansas, they have a maximum of a $500 per week state benefit, and then we're adding the $300 from the federal government, $800 a week that comes out to about a $40,000 a year job. And then if you have a spouse, maybe they're getting another $40,000 a year as well. That's $20 an hour in case you haven't done the math yet. And just frankly, there's a lot of jobs that weren't paying as much of that. I've talked to multiple owners. They've raised the wages 10%, 20%, and even paying child care workers to come back so we have child care so people can go back to work. They're just being paid more to stay at home.
So that is the mindset behind the Republicans canceling the unemployment benefits early. Here is the White House response to canceling the unemployment benefits.
Employment insurance, a growing number of Republican governors, I think 16 at this point, have been opting out of the federal subsidies to unemployment insurance. What's the White House's position on that? Do they discourage more states from doing that?
Well, I would say that we certainly understand that governors and leaders are going to have to make a choice, make a decision in regard to unemployment benefits. But what's important to remember, and what we remind people of, is that, again, we don't see this as a major driver in preventing people from seeking employment and seeking work. And actually what we see in the data to date is that the pandemic, not being vaccinated, that there's been a massive increase over the last month in the number of people who were vaccinated in comparison with a month ago when the data was taken. Fears of not being safe, sometimes childcare, and also the need to be paid a livable wage are all factors that are contributing. And what we would also suggest, and I know someone asked this earlier, but is that many of these companies, big companies, let me say, who benefited, many of them made quite a profit during the pandemic, and many of them also received quite a bit of benefits, $1.4 trillion worth, could offer to pay a little bit more, and maybe that will incentivize more workers to come back into the workforce.
I have a question from Voices.
So what do you think? Do you think that the states should cancel the unemployment benefits? Should they give back to work bonuses? Should they just let it expire September 6th as is? Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Bernie Sanders tweeted, "Do you know of anyone who could live on $7.25 an hour? No, you don't, because it is a starvation wage. We've got to end that absurdity and finally raise the federal minimum wage to at least $15 an hour." So that's the plan. They're trying to get that into the American Families Plan, into the American Jobs Plan. So far, it's not in there yet, but there are other corporations that are offering $15 minimum wage to its employees. For example, Chipotle is one of those that's offering a $15 minimum wage, which may cause other companies to be as competitive and offer that. So far, McDonald's not offering $15 minimum wage, but offering $13 in company-owned stores, meaning that company-owned stores compared to privately owned McDonald's stores, they're offering $13 an hour, which I think is much better than $7.25 per hour. Moving on, let's talk about an increase in Social Security benefits. So the COLA is likely to jump up to 4.5% in 2022. So compared to last year, which was a measly 1.3%, which gave $20 per month extra with Social Security, which I think is good, right? It's better than zero, but still nothing like the big promise that was made by President Biden. So just to remind you of what President Biden campaigned on, he said he wanted to increase the COLA and he wanted a minimum benefit of 125% of the federal poverty level for people who worked over 30 years and gradually increase the benefits by 5% for those who receive Social Security for 20 years or more, as well as raise it to up to $200 per month for all Social Security beneficiaries. So far, he hasn't followed through with that promise. We don't know if that's going to be in the American Families Plan and the American Jobs Plan. So far, the only proposal that they're trying to get into the American Families Plan is the increase just for SSI of $279 per month. As I find out more, I'll give you more information. Subscribe to the channel if you want the latest on Social Security increase, unemployment, fourth stimulus check, a lot of those. I'm going to get into fourth stimulus check now, as well as the eviction ban. Next, let's talk about the fourth stimulus check and how this data point could maybe give a bigger case for a fourth stimulus check. So U.S. retail sales were unchanged in April after surging a month earlier. So what it's saying here is that U.S. retail sales unexpectedly stalled in April as the boost from stimulus checks faded. That's a big line right there. So the U.S. retail sales stalled, which, if you don't know, the 70% of the U.S. economy is based on consumer spending. And if that stalls, the economy stalls, basically saying that it's a fade from stimulus checks, which could be a bigger push from the Democrats trying to get more stimulus checks, a fourth stimulus check. Not sure if it'll be recurring. Those are the two proposals so far, $2,000 per month and then $1,000 per month. That may not happen. It may just be a one-time stimulus check. I'll keep you updated on what happens with that. So far, what we have heard is that it is not in the American Families Plan or the American Jobs Plan so far, as well as a lot of the other proposals that Democrats are trying to get in there. Negotiations are still happening, but I'll keep you updated on what happens with a fourth stimulus check. Next, let's talk about student loan debt. Quick update. So basically, Congress is trying to push for more student loan debt, up to $50,000. President Biden campaign on $10,000. So far, that is not in the American Families Plan or American Jobs Plan as well. A lot of promises made, just not being followed through. Speaking of student loan debt being canceled, Delaware State University will use Biden's stimulus to cancel over $700,000 in student debt. So this is just for Delaware University. I'm not going to get too much into this, but basically using the stimulus money, it amounts to $3,276 in cancellation for each eligible student. I think it'd be great if other colleges did the same thing and universities did the same thing to help out their students. Next, let's talk about big news here. So a judge agrees to leave the CDC eviction pause intact for now. So last week, the judge ruled against the CDC eviction moratorium, saying that it wasn't allowed. And then it seemed like there was like a big wave of evictions happening. But now the judge said that it is paused until an appeal happens, and the eviction ban remains in effect after court issues stay of decision overturning it. So the eviction moratorium is set to expire June 30th, which is about 6 weeks away. So that is officially back on. I guess landlords can't evict now. Next, I'm going to answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. If you want me to answer your question, type the word question. I'll try to get to it in the next video. Casey Bunjnak asks, sorry if I messed up your last name. I work for Caterpillar, who is essential, so would we qualify for the hazard pay? I'm familiar with the company Caterpillar. I'm not familiar with what you do there. Every company is different and they may qualify what hazard pay is different for each part of the company, each worker. So I don't have a good answer for you. But as I mentioned in yesterday's video, there could be up to $25,000 in hazard pay depending on the companies and if they pay it out. Next question comes from Wendy Johnson. What is the phone number for help with funeral expenses due to COVID? Let me look that up for you really quick. So if we go to FEMA, we go to funeral assistance. So once you're at this page, you would click how to apply. So the number is 844-684-6333. So call that Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully you could get your funeral cost reimbursed up to $9,000. Next question comes from Ann Myers. Any word on the IRS will be reimbursing those who have already paid on the first $10,000 in taxes on unemployment? Yes, so this week checks are going out, but it's only going out to single filers who did not have child dependents. And then they're going to, I guess, change the different qualifications week after week with more complicated tax returns. So that is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To hopefully cheer you up a bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you the one thing you should do for when you're feeling down and you want to follow your wishes. Then do whatever you want. It's a free country here. You can do whatever you want. So bye guys. Have a good night or a good day.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm probably going to go to the beach with my wife and daughters. My wife is finally off She's been working like over 60-hour work weeks as a nurse, so I'm glad that we actually get to have some family time this weekend. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch any of these other videos over here, I got the stimulus updates if you want to fill in any gaps on stimulus information, or if you want to take a break from this type of news and watch something positive, you could click this video over here. It's on my Wise Vibes channel. Talk about positivity and encouragement, stuff like that. So click either one of those, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.